One more. Yeah. One more. Yeah. One more. Glass elevator, borrow city lights before anyone pressed the first button. Reflections arrived earlier than people. Meanwhile, an office cleaner lined every chair beneath the meeting table without making a sound. One security badge left forgotten beside a coffee machine. Nobody rushed to claim it. A courier balanced 6 empty boxes like they weighed more than the full ones. Strange. Sometimes expectations carry the heaviest load. Honestly, buildings wake up long before their workers do. Triplet fracture, late pocket, tight landing. Stretch one sentence, clip another broken cadence. Shift the groove, new accents, different breathing. Never repeating the previous rhythm. Step inside. Every floor keeps another story. Aquarium catfish serve breakfast before turning on the music. Forks fill the silence just fine. A photographer cleaned the same camera lens twice before taking a single picture. Didn't trust fingerprints, trusted patience. Actually, good focus usually starts before the shutter moves. Someone carried a tiny cactus into the elevator like it needed a better view. 2 words, 23 syllables drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the kick. Pause, triplets, straight different pockets. City Observatory opened its rooftop 5 minutes ahead of schedule, but only one visitor noticed enough of maintenance worker quietly rescued a ladybug from the stairwell before locking the roof door. Small mission, successful landing. One forgotten scarf rested across a bench until the evening breeze borrowed it. Fast hats, round bass, conversation, observation, elastic timing, different pulse, new cadence. Another storyteller. You know, sometimes the smallest detours become the longest memories. Hey, 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 hey. Second-hand camera shop displays brand new ones. Every customer picked up the older glass first, interesting. Someone returned a lost glove without waiting for things. The owner never learned who the glove never cared. Compress, expand, triple climb, later tag, broken symmetry, wide space and different groove. Sunset painted every elevator door a different color before the lights inside finally noticed. One office window stayed bright long after the others. Not overtime or somebody finishing a sketch. Funny thing, some drains clock out later than job. Different cadence, triple motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Ride higher, one elevator, one rooftop, one lost glove. That's enough for tonight. Ride higher, one elevator, one rooftop, one lost glove. That's enough for the night. City lights stayed longer. Nobody asked them to leave. Hold on. Neon signs skipped last Friday like it had quietly placed an entire evening. One letter stayed dark, nobody repaired it. Everybody read the name anyway. Meanwhile, a convenience store owner lined up disposable cameras beside chewing gum. Weird shelf worked somehow. A courier walked back 3 blocks just to return a wallet that had already started getting rained on. No problem. Then disappeared before hearing thanks. Honestly, good exits never make much noise. Triplet fracture, late cadence, stretch one phrase, cut another tight landing, broken symmetry, different breathing, shift the groove, new accents, never repeating yesterday's motion.
Tomorrow can borrow today.
Roof access doors squeaked exactly once every morning. Nobody ever fixed it. The sound became part of the building. A teenager carried roller skates through the subway without wearing them once. Maybe the dash didn't matter more than a ride. Actually, some excitement travels inside backpacks before it reaches the streets. A pigeon stole half a cookie, dropped the better half. 2 words, 23 syllables drifting, watched 2 measures before landing behind the snare. Pause, triplet string, different pocket. A bowling alley polished every lane before switching on the scoreboards. One old man practiced alone, still celebrated every spare. Across the parking lot, somebody tied loose balloons to a shopping cart so they wouldn't escape. Creative engineering, one receipt stuck cipher through an entire afternoon without flying away. Fast hash, round bass, conversation, observation, elastic time, and different poles, new cadence, another storyteller. You know, some places only blow. Everyone. Film lab developed one forgotten role from 1998. The colors missed a few years, the smiles didn't. Someone quietly stacked library returns in alphabetical order before the librarian arrived. Nobody asked, still appreciated. Compress, expand, triplet climb, laid attack, broken cadence, wide space and different groove. At midnight reached the sign before the rain reached the sidewalk. The missing letter suddenly flipped it back to life. Nobody cheered, everybody noticed funny things. Second chances usually arrive without an announcement. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Stay longer. One time, one light, one light, one light, sometime. That's enough, that's enough. More to game. Missing letter, never left, never left. Yeah, yeah. The newspaper stand open before the first headline had a chance to matter. Yeah, 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 yeah. The newspaper stand open before the first headline had a chance to matter. Fresh papers landed with a soft slap against yesterday's empty shelves. The owner straightened every stack twice, not because he had to, because mornings deserve symmetry. Across the street, a woman carried 3 lemons in a bouquet in the same paper bag. A strange combination, looked expensive. A cyclist stopped to let 2 ducks cross a puddle that wasn't even on the road. Nobody honked, the ducks never looked grateful. Funny, nature rarely sends thank you cards. Late pocket, triplet fracture, stretch one phrase, clip the next, slide behind the kick, rush the landing, change the accent, leave silence, return somewhere unexpected. Every cadence finding another shape, leave it. Some stories find you before you look. The flower shop arranged wildflowers beside expensive roses. The cheaper ones disappeared first. A mechanic wiped rain from a stranger's side mirror while walking past. Never slowed down. A little girl balanced across the curb, carrying a loaf of bread like it was treasure. Mission complete. Actually, the smallest victories usually thrive without music. A cafe way to memorize 4 orders before writing anything down. Years quietly doing their job. 1 word. 27 syllables stretching underneath 2 bars before snapping back into 3 clip beats. Pause. Triplets straight. Halftime. Different. Landing. Someone returned a library book with a pressed maple leaf still tucked inside. The librarian smiled, left it there. Across the avenue, the bakery window fogged over before sunrise reached the sidewalk. Bread always seemed to wake up first. The barber stepped outside to watch the garbage truck pass like it was a parade. Maybe routine becomes interesting if you pay enough attention. I think that's true. Fast hats, round bass, broken symmetry, elastic timing, conversation, observation, switch density. Move the pulse every 16 bars, changing its personality. You know, maybe ordinary mornings only feel small because we're standing too close. The station clock gained another minute. Nobody corrected it. Everyone adjusted instead. A teenager bought flowers before school. The florist never asked why. Good decision. A grocery cart rolled halfway across the parking lot before gently stopping against a lamppost like it had planned about. Clouds drifted over the rooftops while every window reflected a different color with morning. Compress, expand, triplet, climb, broken cadence, late release, white phrasing, different groove, different breathing, never repeating. Yeah. Rain finally reached the newspaper stand. The owner covered the crossword first. Priorities. A father carried his sleeping daughter home with 1 shoe untied. Yeah, she never noticed. The cafe lights reflected across the wet pavement into the whole street, looked brighter than the sky. Someone quietly held the door open for a stranger, then walked away before hearing thank you. Different cadence, different architecture, triplet motion, syncopated release, tight bars, light bar, new breathing, new storyteller, new producer, never repeating the previous song's identity. Stay longer, the ordinary never stays ordinary for very long. 1 newspaper, 1 flower shop, 1 station, 1 quiet block. Tomorrow we'll remember this morning better than we will the first newspaper. was already gone. The day had officially started. Keep moving, keep moving. Yeah. Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving, elevator, forgot floor again and quietly carried everyone to 8 before apologizing with the soft chime. Nobody looked annoyed, one man laughed instead. Meanwhile, a maintenance worker polished fingerprints from the buttons that will be touched again in minutes. Still worth doing, the child pressed the close button 5 times. The doors ignored every request, good boundaries. Someone carried a birthday cake into apartment 806 while trying not to tilt the box. Mission successful, honestly. Small victories deserve louder celebrations. Late cadence, triplet fracture, broken symmetry, tightly stretch one phrase, clip another, change the landing, shift the breathing, new groove, new architecture, never repeating the previous pocket. Wrong floor, right story. Keep moving, right story. Laundry room 3 finished before 4. Laundry room 1, nobody understood why. Nobody needed to. A woman watered plants growing outside somebody else's apartment. They look healthier than her own. Interesting. The government memorized every department number without checking the latest. Practically coming instinct. Actually, experience usually hides inside ordinary afternoons. One word, one word, one word. 24 syllables floating across 2 measures before folding into 4 clip beats. Pause. Triplets straight, different pocket. Mailbox 2114, stay open because somebody forgot the tiny silver key inside. Nothing urgent, just a postcard with mountains on the front. A teenager carried groceries in a violent case in same hand. Impossible looking, completely normal. The hallway echoed longer after children stopped running. Silence always tastes the scene well. Tight fantic, tight mate. Confrontation, observation, new actions, different pulse, another heartbeat, another storyteller. You know, buildings, remember people, better people, remember buildings, I'm building. Someone planted lavender beside the bicycle rack. Nobody knew who, everybody appreciated it. An elderly neighbor folded cardboard boxes with impossible precision before recycling them. Every edge perfectly aligned. The vending machine returned 2 extra coins. A student looked around, smiled, left them there. Compress, expand, triplet climb, late attack, broken cadence, wide space, elastic time, and different groove, never standing still. Sunlight finally reached the top floor. Windows, well, lobby still looked half asleep. One stranger held the elevator door, then another. Funny thing, good habits spread fast and gossip when nobody tries to own it. The last apartment light switched off just as another one came on. The building never really slept. It simply changed shifts. Different cadence, different pulse, triplet motion, syncopated, release, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, new phrasing, new producer, or entity, never repeating the previous song. Keep moving, I'm elevated. One postcard, one quiet building. Sometimes that's enough. Yeah. Entire day. Floor 7 finally arrived. Nobody was in a hurry to leave. Yeah, keep going, keep going, yeah, woo, 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 yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ferry terminal lost, too quiet afternoon, somewhere between the tide and the time. One departure board blinked for nobody in particular. Meanwhile, a dock worker lined every rope into perfect circles before the first ferry touched the pier. A child insisted every seagull had a different name. Nobody argued. A traveler folded a note board and passed into the shape of a tiny boat. Didn't throw it away, just kept it. Honestly, some memories survive because nobody asked them to leave. Late cadence, triplet fracture, tight landing, broken symmetry, stretch one phrase, clip another, shift the groove, different breathing, new accents, never repeating yesterday. Hold on. The water always knows the way back. Camera stop, prepared a 30-year-old film camera while the owner waited without checking the time. Still worth fixing. That settled it, a cyclist stopped to watch a ferry disappear instead of racing the traffic light. Wrong decision, better memory. Actually, missing something sometimes means finding something else. 2 words, 23 syllables drifting across 2 measures before folding behind the kick pause. Triplets, straight, different pocket. Community garden traded tomatoes for sunflowers without anybody counting the difference. Fair exchange, a retired carpenter sanded a wooden bench. No one remember building, the splendors disappeared. The story stayed. 1 paper cup spun twice in the wind before settling beside a blue mailbox. Fast hat, warm base, conversation, observation, elastic timing, different pulse, new cadence. Another storyteller. You know, waiting isn't empty, it's just quieter. Vinyl workshop, clean dusty records with the patience of someone restoring photographs. A teenager bought an album without owning a record player. Future problem, present happiness. Someone quietly returned a borrowed umbrella without knocking. The owner found it hours later. Smiled anyway. Compress, expand, triplet, climb, later, tag, broken, cadence. Spacing, different groove. Low tide and covered smooth stones, nobody had seen since last month. A stranger skipped one across the water, 5 ounces. Personal record, the caffeine at the pier turned every empty chair toward the sunset before closing. Funny thing, beautiful views never seem to mind being shared. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Keep moving. 1 ferry, 1 bench, 1 bend, 1 sunset. That's enough for today. The tide came back, nothing else needed to. Hold still, hold still, hold still, yeah. Hold still, hey, hold still, hold still, yeah, hold still, hold still. Greenhouse save 1 empty chair beneath the tallest fern, nobody claimed it. Not all morning. Meanwhile, someone watered plants that weren't for sale yet. Tomorrow's customers, today's care. A cracked water ring can leak the thin silver line across the stone floor. Nobody replaced it. It still finished every job. A little boy pressed both hands against the warm glass, trying to count butterflies. Reached 9, started over. Honestly, some numbers are happier. Unfinished. Triplet fracture, late cadence, broken landing, tight release, stretched the phrase. Put the answer, different accents, different groove, new breathing, never borrowing yesterday. Wait here, good things grow slowly. Yeah. Clock repair shop, wound every watch before unlocking the front door. Time arrived, already prepared. A courier balanced a stack of tiny boxes higher than his own shoulders. Didn't drop one. A woman bought flower seeds in the middle of winter bowl time, and actually hope usually shops before the season changes. 2 words, 24 syllables drifting over 2 measures before landing behind the kick pause. Triplets straight, different pocket. Boat rental left 1 canoe tied to the dock after every other boat had gone, just in case. A paper crane floated through the greenhouse entrance before settling beside a cactus. Wrong destination. Peaceful landing, somebody quietly turning the open sign around after realizing customers were already inside. Fast pass, round base, conversation, observation, elastic timing, new pulse, different cadence. Another storyteller. You know, patience usually blooms before evidence. Antique market, polished mirrors, basing other mirrors until sunlight filled every reflection. 1 teenager spent 10 minutes choosing an oak key that opened nothing, still bought it. Maybe stories were better than locks. A groundskeeper stopped trimming hedges just to move a snail off the pathway. Tiny detour, big rescue, compress, expand, triplet climb, made a tie. Broken symmetry, wide spacing, different groove. Eating a ride through the glass roof, 1 beam at a time. Someone folded yesterday's black guide into a bookmark before placing it back on the shelf. Another visitor will probably need it. Funny thing, the best things often stay exactly where they're found. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Stay a while. 1 chair, 1 chair, 1 greenhouse, 1 paper crane. Sometimes that's enough to carry the whole Yeah, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Lantern shot remembered every power outage without keeping a single photograph. Old glass shades caught afternoon light before they ever held electricity. Meanwhile, a repairman polished brass hinges nobody would probably notice tomorrow. Still, he polished everyone. A customer spent 20 minutes choosing between two lanterns that looked almost identical. One felt warmer, that was enough. A folded receipt drifted beneath the display shelf and stayed there until the breeze changed its mind. Honestly, good decisions rarely explain themselves. Triplet fracture, late cadence, broken landing, tight release, shift the groove, stretch one phrase, clip another, different accents, new breathing, never repeating yesterday. Life first, everything else can wait. Life first, everything else can wait. Aqueduct bridge echo before the footsteps arrive. Someone stop halfway across just to watch the water forget yesterday's reflection. The bicycle bell rang once, no reason, good timing actually. Quiet afternoons usually applaud in smaller ways. A grandfather carried an old toolbox with fresh paint on the handle. Some repairs never really end. 2 words, 24 syllables floating across 2 measures before landing behind the kick. Pause, triplets, stray, different, pocket, the ticket booth collected 3 postcards that belonged to 3 different countries. Nobody knew how they arrived there. Nobody rushed to move them. A teenager bought a compass from an antique shelf, even though every phone already had one. Different reasons, different directions. One loose feather circled the room twice before settling beside the doorway. Fast has warm base, conversation, observation, elastic timing, new post, different cadence. Another storyteller, you know, some places never stop waiting. Ceramic studio fired one tiny bowl beside 20 oversized vases. The smallest piece cooled first. A visitor wrapped it in yesterday's newspaper instead of expensive paper. Look better, someone quietly returned a borrowed ladder before sunrise. No name, just gratitude. Compress, hey, expand, triplet climb. Later tag, broken symmetry, wide spacing, different groove. Evening reached the lanterns, one window before reaching the street outside. Every piece of glass reflected a different color for exactly 1 minute. Nobody planned it, everybody noticed. Funny thing, beautiful moments rarely wait for perfect timing. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Walk slow. One lantern, one bridge, one compass. Sometimes that's enough to find your way. Night arrived, the lanterns already knew. Keep breathing. Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Stay sharp.
Yeah, stay sharp. Lost umbrella, knew the way home better than the person carrying it. Someone leaned it against the wrong cafe wall. Nobody noticed. Meanwhile, a waiter collected empty glasses before clearing the conversation still floating above the tables. A courier reread one handwritten address 3 times. Nope, that's definitely an 8. Good save. Across the street, a teenager bounced a tennis ball against an old brick wall while waiting for absolutely nobody. Honestly, waiting feels shorter when your hands stay busy.
Triplet fracture, late cadence, tight release, stretch the phrase, clip the answer. Elastic timing, new groove, different breathing, broken symmetry, never repeating yesterday.
Leave it.
Some things find us
first.
Some things find us
first. Rooftop garden grooming beside lavender because somebody ignored the planting guide. Turned out better. A locksmith tested an old key on a lock that had already been replaced. Habit, not hope. Actually, muscle memory writes letters the brain never sends. A little girl carefully counted pigeons until one suddenly flew away. Start over. She laughed. 2 words.
22 syllables drifting across 2 measures before snapping behind the kick.
Pause, triplets, straight.
Different pocket.
Bobina studio stitch torn pages with bright blue thread. Instead of hiding the repairs, look honest. The bus driver waited 3 extra seconds at the spot, and someone sprinting across the crosswalk. Close enough. 1 paper receipt drifted into a flower pot and stayed there through the afternoon.
Fast hats, round bass, conversation, observation, new cadence, elastic timing.
Different pulse.
Another storyteller.
You know, being found
Sometimes
takes longer
than getting lost.
Pottery workshop displayed 1 crack bowl beside flawless ones. It sold first. Someone quietly refilled the bubbly bird feeder before catching the morning train. No audience, no announcement, just enough.
Compress, expand, triplet climb, make a tag, broken cadence, hot space and different groove.
When finally remembered the forgotten umbrella and rode it gently across the sidewalk. The owner looked up at exactly the right second, perfect timing. Funny thing, luck usually arrives looking completely ordinary.
Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing.
Never repeating the previous song.
Keep walking, 1 umbrella, 1 rooftop, 1 blue thread.
That's enough
For today, today. Rain return, the umbrella
was already
smiling, smiling.
Stay close, stay close, stay close, stay close, stay close, stay close. Museum borrow quiet footsteps before opening the front doors. One security guard nodded at every painting while making the morning rounds. Maybe they nodded back. A child stopped in front of an empty frame, waiting for the picture to arrive. Wrong exhibit, right imagination. Across the hallway, somebody unfolded the museum map upside down. Still found the right gallery. Honestly, confidence sometimes takes stranger shortcuts than luck. Triplet fracture, late landing, broken cadence, tight release, shift the groove, stretch 1 phrase, clip the next, loop breathing, loop pocket, never repeating yesterday. Take your time. Nothing here likes being rushed. Corner pharmacy sold the last umbrella before the rain. Remembered the neighborhood. Someone bought a postcard instead of painkillers. Different kind of medicine. The cleaner straightened every chair in the waiting room, although nobody had moved them. Small rituals, big mornings. Actually, peace usually sounds like somebody doing their job well. 2 words, 25 syllables floating across the groove before dropping behind the kick. Pause, triplets, straight, different landing. Bridge collected bicycle shadows long after the riders disappeared. 1 fisherman waved at every passing train. None of them slowed down. He waved anyway. A tiny paper boat drifted beneath the railing, carrying nothing except yesterday's receipt. Fast hats, warm bass, conversation, observation, different poles, new cadence, elastic time, and another storyteller. You know, quiet places. Always remember who listens. Record shop played the same chorus twice because nobody wanted it to end. The mechanic returned an extra screw with the repair bicycle. Thought you might need it someday. Fair enough. 1 stranger held the door with their shoulder while balancing 2 boxes. Nobody asked, everybody benefited. Compress, expand, triple climb, late attack, broken symmetry, wide space and different groove. Museum lights dim 1 room at a time until every window reflected the evening instead. Someone folded the visitor guide into a bookmark before leaving, probably coming back. Funny thing, good places never really say goodbye. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, white bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Keep walking, 1 hallway, 1 bridge, 1 record. Sometimes that's enough. Footsteps faded, the silence stayed open. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Observatory saved 1 cloudy evening nobody expected to remember. The telescope stayed pointed at the sky with nothing to show still. People kept looking. Meanwhile, a volunteer cleaned fingerprints from every brass railing before the first visitor climbed the stairs. Someone carried binoculars without removing the lens caps for almost 10 minutes. Nobody mentioned it. Eventually, they laughed first, good recovery. Honestly, curiosity never looks embarrassing for very long. Triplet fracture, late cadence, tight landing.
Stretch one phrase, clip another.
Shift the groove, broken symmetry, new breathing.
Different accents, never repeating the previous pocket.
Look up, not everything worth finding
Is moving,
Look up, not everything worth finding
is moving.
Yeah. Glass workshop, cool to roll with handmade bowls beside an open window. One reflected the clouds better than the others. A courier delivered an empty wooden crate, picked up a full one, fair trade. Actually, every beginning quietly borrows an ending first. A child counted stairs instead of stars, reached the roof smiling anyway.
Two words,
24 syllables, drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the kick. Pause, triplet, straight,
different
pocket. Yeah. Riverside Market traded fresh herbs for homemade jam before breakfast. Nobody asked who got the better deal. Everyone did. A street musician tuned an old guitar for longer than they actually played it. Recreation deserved applause too. One paper windmill spun long after the breeze disappeared. Yeah.
fast has warm bass, conversation, observation, elastic timing, new pulse, different cadence, another storyteller.
You know, some answers arrive after we stop.
Looking.
Print shop stack blank notebooks higher than finished calendars.
Potential always needed more space.
Someone borrowed a pencil just to write 3 words on a postcard and smiled.
Folded it,
Walked away,
no masterpiece.
just enough.
Compressed, spirit triplet climb,
Make it time.
broken symmetry,
Wide spacing.
different groove.
Night settled over the observatory before the clouds finally opened.
3 stars appeared.
Nobody complained there weren't more.
Sometimes 3 is plenty.
Funny thing,
Wonder
never seen
to care about numbers.
different cadence.
Triplet motion,
New groove, new phrasing.
tight bars,
Wide bar.
new breathing.
Never repeating the previous song.
Stay curious.
1 rooftop,
1 notebook,
3 stars.
that's enough for tonight.
Clouds drifted.
The telescope, the telescope never blinks. The telescope.
Take it.
Yeah, not today. Not today. Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah, not today. Parking garage collected yesterday's echoes long before the first engine started. Every empty level sounded a little larger than the one below. A security guard greeted every passing car, even when the window stayed closed. Habit first, recognition later. Meanwhile, someone carefully folded a parking ticket into 4 perfect squares before dropping it into a jacket pocket. A skateboard rode across level 3 without its owner. Caught itself against a yellow pillar, lucky bounce. Honestly, concrete remembers footsteps better than people expect. Triplet fracture, late cadence, tight landing, stretch 1 phrase, clip the next, broken symmetry, different breathing, shift the groove, new groove, actions never repeating the previous pocket, 1 more floor.
Keep looking, you'll find it.
Yo, someone searched 5 minutes for a car that had always been parked 1 row away, then laughed. Good recovery. A mechanic carried nothing but a single wrench through the entire building. Apparently it was the only one he needed today. Actually, confidence often travels lighter than experience. The elevator doors opened onto an empty level, closed again like they had changed their mind. 2 words, 26 syllables, drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the rim shot. Pause, triplets, straight, halftime, different pocket. Vending machine 12 sold the last bottle of water before lunchtime. A delivery driver thanked the machine out loud. No, nobody has answered, still felt polite. Blue arrows painted on the concrete, pointed toward an exit nobody ever used. The child followed the man, he waited, inventor accepted. 1 forgotten umbrella leaned beside a payment kiosk, still waiting. Fast tags, round base, elastic timing. Conversation, observation, wise and tight release. Different pulse, new storytelling, new rhythm. You know, wrong turns
Usually introduce
the best places. Someone returned to pay for an extra route that nobody had noticed. The cashier noticed anyway, smiled. The cyclist walked instead of riding because the echo sounded better that way. Interesting reason, a cleaner straightened every orange safety cone before starting the next floor. Order before motion, compress.
press, expand, triplet climb, later tag, broken cadence, wide space and different breathing, different architecture, never standing still. Sunlight finally reached the highest level while the underground still felt like early morning. One driver stopped to help another jump start an old sedan. Nobody exchanged names, didn't seem necessary. Funny thing, some places build neighbors out of complete strangers. The exit gate lifted one final time before rush hour began. Different cadence, different pulse, triplet motions, syncopated release, tight bars, wide bars, new groove, new phrasing, new producer, identity, never repeating the previous song. Keep moving, one ticket, one elevator, one quiet garage. Sometimes finding the exit isn't the real story. The real story. Engine started, echo stayed behind.
Yeah, not finished. Not finished. Yeah. Not finished. Player 2 left without saving. One arcade cabinet stayed glowing long after the shutters came down. A repair technician tightened one loose joystick before switching the lights off. Nobody would've noticed, he noticed. Meanwhile, a little kid spent every token trying to beat the same impossible level. Didn't complain once. Let's press start again, honestly. Hope is incredible, hand-eye coordination. Late pocket, triplets, fracture, elastic cadence. Tight release, stretch one phrase, clip another, broken symmetry. Shift the groove, different breathing, new momentum. Try again, nothing good. Lows, the first time, nothing good. Lows, the first time, yeah. Photo booth printed one extra picture nobody paid for. It stayed tucked beside the machine until closing. Someone finally smiled at it. A record collector traded 2 perfect albums for one scratch favorite. Easy decision. Actually, memories always sound better with a little static. Outside, rain skip one side of the street and soak the other. Two words, 25 syllables drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the snare. Pause, triplets, straight, different pocket. Mini golf kept one windmill turning after every player had gone home. Nobody switched it off. A delivery rider stopped just to rescue a receipt blowing across the road. Wrong customer, right instinct. 3 sparrows argued over one French fry. The fry lost. Fast hatch, warm base, conversation, observation, elastic time and different pulse, new cadence, different storyteller. You know, some games only make sense after you lose one. Vinyl boost played side B before side A. Nobody reached for the remote. A locksmith duplicated an old key whose original door had already disappeared years ago. Still, someone wanted to keep opening that memory. Fair enough. Compress, flag, expand, triplet climb, later tag, broken cadence, wide space, different groove. Street lights switched on one by one while the arcade time buzzed a little longer than usual. One final customer checked every pocket before finding a forgotten token. Perfect timing. Funny thing, second chances usually hide inside old jackets. For different cadence, split motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Continue, one token, one cabinet, one last try. Sometimes that's enough, game over. Never sounded that convincing. Game over. Move. You know. Yeah. Move. Yeah, move. Player 2 never returned after leaving one token beside the start button. Nobody touched it, not the next kid, not the one after. Meanwhile, an arcade tactician tightened every loose screw before powering up the cabinets. A pinball machine rang once without anyone playing. We all looked nothing. A teenager carried home a stuffed prize that was obviously too big for the bicycle basket. Made it work anyway, honestly. Determination has terrible parking skills. Triple Triplet fraction, late cadence, tight landing, stretch the phrase, clip another, broken symmetry, different breathing, new groove, fresh accents, never repeating yesterday. Press start, don't quit yet. Camera booth printed one extra strip nobody came back for. The cashier tucked it under the register instead of throwing it away. Maybe tomorrow. Fair enough, actually. Hope keeps strange off its hours. A paper cup balanced on a guardrail through 3 strong gusts of wind. Impossible, still standing. Two words. 23 syllables drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the kick bar. Triplets straight, different pocket. Skate shop open before sunrise because somebody wanted new wheels before school. The owner never asked why. One old cassette rewound itself halfway before stopping with the best song still waiting. Perfect timing. Fast hats, warm bass, conversation, observation, elastic timing, new pulse, different cadence, another storyteller. You know some games never finish, players do. Corner diner serve pancakes to a customer still wearing the bicycle helmet. Nobody mentioned it, someone returned a borrowed comic book with 2 new bookmarks inside. Interest paid in paper, compress, expand, triplet climb, later tab, broken cage, wide space, different groove. Closing time arrived, the tokens still waited beside the cabinet. One little kid reached for it, his father quietly placed another token beside it instead. Now there were 2 funny things, kindness sometimes duplicates instead of disappearing. Different cadence, different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrase, height bar, wide bar, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. One more game, one old token, one small choice. Enough. One more game, one old token, one small choice. Enough. One more game. Stay until morning. Yeah. Look closer. Look. In a 3. Look closer. Look closer. Look closer. Post office forgot Tuesday again. 3 letters waited in the wrong mailbox before anyone noticed. A clerk quietly swapped them back. Nobody realized a mistake had ever happened. Meanwhile, someone mailed an old photograph without writing anything on the back. Guess the picture already knew the words. An elderly man bought a single stamp and smiled like he'd finished something important. Honestly, some minutes travel slower than envelopes. Late cadence, triplet fraction, tight landing, wide breathing, new accents, different groove, broken symmetry, change the pocket, never repeating yesterday. Leave it there. Some things arrive when they're ready. Leave it there. Some things arrive when they're ready. Record shop play type B before side A, nobody complained. A teenager spent 15 minutes choosing between 2 postcards, bought neither. A mechanic stopped to tighten one loose bench bolt outside the station. No audience, still worth it. Actually, quiet work usually lasts the longest. One word, 24 syllables, crossing 2 measures before landing behind the kick pause. Triplets, straight, different pocket. Yeah, museum open 5 minutes early. Only one visitor noticed a child waved at every security camera. Hope somebody waved back. Rain reached the pavement, but somehow missed the bicycles. Lucky timing. On one paper, airplane drifted through the square before landed beside a fountain. Fast hats, warm bass, conversation, observation, shift the post, new cadence, different breathing of the storyteller. You know, silence keeps better records than people do. Hardware store loaned a screwdriver to someone who forgot their wallet. Bring it back tomorrow, that was the receipt. A stray cat slept beneath the newspaper rack until lunchtime. Nobody interrupted, some naps deserve respect. Compress, expand, triplet climb, late attack, broken cadence, different spacing, elastic groove. Sunlight reached the post office steps before the first customer. Someone held the door, then another heard, then another. Funny thing, good habits rarely make the news. Different cadence, triple in motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Keep walking, one letter, one doorway, one stranger. Sometimes that's enough. 2 finally caught up. Yeah, still here. Nope. Still here. Still here. Yeah. Still here. The lighthouse kept one window facing west, even though the harbor had slowly grown in another direction. Salt gathered on the railing long before anyone arrived with a fishing net. An old fisherman tied the same knot 3 times, not because it failed, because he trusted repetition more than luck. Meanwhile, a child collected smooth stones and lined them across the pier from largest to smallest. Halfway through, the tide quietly changed the rules. Nobody complained. The seagulls stole half a sandwich, then politely left the crust behind. Strange standards. Honestly, the sea has always felt like a city that never needed roads. Triplet, fracture, late cadence, tight release, broken symmetry, stretch one phrase. Cut the next, move the landing, change the breathing, new groove, new architecture, never repeating the previous pocket. Look again, the horizon is never standing still. Yeah. The small tackle shop opened before the harbor lights switched off. Someone bought rope without owning the boat. Maybe plans arrived before reasons. A tourist unfolded the faded postcard instead of checking the map. Good choice. The postcard remember more actually. Old paper usually tells the truth a little slower. A bicycle leaned against the weather fence until the sunrise painted both the same color. One word. 25 syllables drifting over the groove before landing behind the snare. Pause. Triplets straight. Different pocket. The ferry dock echoed louder after everyone had boarded. Funny how empty places become louder instead of quieter. A woman repaired a torn canvas bag with bright yellow thread. Didn't hide the damage, turned it into decoration. A stray cat watched every departing boat as if one of them had forgotten its name. Maybe one had. Fast hats, warm bass, wide phrasing, tight landing, conversation, application, new post, different density. Another heartbeat, another storyteller. You know, some places don't ask you to stay, simply make leaving feel slower. The bakery near the harbor sells cinnamon bread before dawn. The smell reached the docks before the customers did. A teenager skipped flat stones across the water. 1, 3, 7, lost count, kept smiling. The mechanic tightened the loose bicycle chain beside the seawall before heading to work. Nobody noticed except the rider. Compress, expand, recline, later tag, broken cadence, wide space and elastic down in different groove, never standing still. The last fishing boat returned carrying a few fish and stories nobody seemed disappointed. A cafe on a white rain from the yacht door chairs, even though more clouds run the way. Hope sometimes works overtime. At Lighthouse switched on before sunset had completely finished. It knew darkness was always early somewhere. Different cadence, different pause, triplet motion, syncopated release. Tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, new phrasing, new producer, never repeating the previous song's identity. Stay a while, the sea never repeats the same conversation. One harbor, one ferry, one lighthouse, one quiet evening. That's enough to remember for years. The window still faced west, the light never needed to explain why we're still here.
Move on. Move on. Move on. Clock tower missed sunset again. Its shadow reached the square before the bells reached the hour. Someone fed 3 pigeons with the last piece of a sandwich they clearly planned to finish. Worth it. Meanwhile, a street sweeper carefully worked around a tiny chalk drawing. Instead of brushing it away, tomorrow could wait. A teenager practiced juggling oranges outside the market. Dropped everyone, laughed every time. Honestly, improvement usually sounds exactly like that. Triplet fracture, late release, broken cadence, tight landing, stretch the sentence, get the answer. Shift the groove, different breathing, new accents. Never repeating the last pocket. One more try. That's enough for today. Aquarium switched the lights on before the first visitor reached the entrance. A little boy waved at every jellyfish. One seemed to wave back, good timing. A courier carried a package marked fragile, like it contained tomorrow. Maybe it did actually. Care has its own kind of rhythm. 2 words, 23 syllables, drifting over 2 measures before snapping behind a kick. Pause, triplets, straight, different pocket. Bus depot collected quiet conversations before collecting passengers. A mechanic found an old coin beneath the toolbox and placed it on the windowsill instead of his pocket. Someone else might need a luck. A paper cup floated across the platform until the wind finally lost interest. Fast hats, warm bass, conversation, observation, elastic time, and new pulse, different cadence. Another storyteller. You know, luck sometimes arrives wearing work clothes. Gardens send out water flowers while rain quietly handled the trees. A customer bought birdseed without owning a garden. No explanation, didn't need one. One elderly woman folded a shopping bag so neatly it looked brand new again. Nothing wasted. Compress, expand, triplet climb, faded jack, broken symmetry, wide spacing, different groove. Arcade switched off his neon sign just as the evening sky became bright enough to replace it. Someone returned to get back a borrowed umbrella 3 weeks late. The owner remembered, smiled anyway. Funny thing, good people usually remember faces longer than dates. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, white bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Keep moving. One tower, one umbrella, one quiet square. Sometimes that's enough to change the whole day. Sunset waited, the bell rang anyway. Sunset waited, the bell rang anyway. Move on. Hey, one, hey, hey, hey. Hey. Hey, take one. Clockmaker kept Sunday's last minute inside a drawer. No customer was ever allowed to open. Every watch on the wall disagreed by a few quiet seconds. Nobody seemed worried. Meanwhile, a teenager tried on 3 old wristwatches without checking the time once. Interesting customer. Outside, someone balanced a paper bag on the handlebars of a bicycle older than both of us and never tipped over. Honestly, some things stay steady because they've already survived enough. Late cadence, triplet fracture, broken landing, tight release. Shift the groove, stretch the sentence, clip the answer, new accents, different breathing, never repeating the last rhythm. Don't rush. Already knows your name. Glass studio caught the afternoon sun before the buildings across the street noticed it. Colored reflections wandered across the floor like they had nowhere important to be. A delivery driver paused just long enough to watch them, then smiled. Actually, beautiful things rarely wait for permission. The little girl carefully wrapped a tiny pebble in tissue paper. Birthday present, perfect choice. 2 words, 22 syllables drifting across 2 measures before landing behind the kick. Pause, triplets, straight, different pocket. Old arcade remembered every high score except the newest one. Somebody finally beat the record. Nobody saw it happen. A repairman quietly tightened a loose leg on a public bench before eating lunch. No announcement, no photograph, just done. One balloon escaped into the station ceiling and somehow stayed there all afternoon. Fast hats, warm bass, conversation, observation, elastic timing, different pulse, new cadence. Another storyteller, you know. Small victories usually leave the longest echo. Hat shop displayed summer hats while cold winds still on the sidewalks. A customer laughed, bought one anyway. Someone returned an old library card they found inside a secondhand jacket. Wrong pocket, right decision. The cashier nodded like that happened every Tuesday. Compress, expand, triplet climb, late attack, broken cadence, wide space and different grooves. Street lights flickered on while sunlight still rested on the rooftops. Nobody argued over whose shift it was. The father folded a paper airplane for his daughter using yesterday's grocery receipt. First through perfect flight, funny thing, ordinary paper sometimes carries extraordinary afternoons. Different cadence, triplet motion, new groove, new phrasing, tight bars, wide bars, new breathing, never repeating the previous song. Keep walking, one watch, one bench,
One pick for pain, that's enough for the day.
Every clock kept ticking, nobody counted the seconds.